As you can see, last night, few hours ago, we covered this Qwen 3.8 27 billion in full precision, thoroughly tested it out. But this video is more practical. This is where I'm going to show you how you can install it locally in a quantized format, which quant is the best with llama.cpp, Ollama and LM Studio. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Recently, I have also started this free weekly AI newsletter, which you can subscribe at fahadmirza.substack.com. Coming back to this quant, I have tested the quants, all of them which are out there at the moment, and this GGML build is the one I would reach for personally because, in my opinion, it has got the best balance of speed and quality, and it is more aligned to the community. And that last bit is very important for me because it is community oriented. It has no, I would say, ulterior motive around businesses or anything like that. So I'm going to go with this GGML version in this video. You can select any of your choice. So let's get right into this. So here is the deal. First, I'm going to show you how to get it installed with LM Studio, then Ollama, and then we will serve it with llama.cpp, their quantized version, and thoroughly test it out. First, install LM Studio. Installation is very simple. Just go to their website. It will automatically give you the executable for your operating system, and that's all you need to do. I already have it installed. Just on the left hand side, go to model search. From the model search, just type this ggml org and it is going to give you this model automatically. On the right hand side, you can select various codes like there is Q4KM and then few others. I'm just going to show you. So you see, this is a Q4KM in around 20 gig, I would say. And then there is also Q8 and few others. Now, if you want to use a quantized version in a production environment, I would highly recommend that at least go with this Q8. Q4KM is okay for most of us to run at home just to try it out. But for production, go with Q8. I'm going to just replicate what most people are going to do. So I'm just going to go with the Q4KM, click on download and let's wait for it. By the way, I am using the GPU card NVIDIA RTX 6000 on this machine, which is running Ubuntu at the moment. If you are looking to rent a GPU on very good price, you can find the link to Mass Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. And if you want to help out this channel of yours, please go to the home page or the first pinned comment and become a member. Okay, enough marketing. Let's quickly go back and see where the download is. It is almost there. So while it downloads with LM Studio, let me also show it to you with Ollama. If you go to Ollama's website, go to models, and you should be able to see that Qwen 3.8 in 27 billion. At the moment, they have all of these quants here, like 27 billion. I think only one Q4KM is available. Install the Ollama again. If you go to the home page of there is a single one-liner exe, and then all you need to do is to just do Ollama pull Qwen 3.8. Now look at something very interesting. Ollama's download is very quick. It is almost there. Look at this download, only 19%, and I'm not sure what is happening with LM Studio, but their downloads are very slow for some reason. Whereas you can see with this, it is already done. Yeah, it is going to be very quick. You can see that. So while all of these finish, let me give you a very quick rundown of this model. I already have done a thorough architectural review in the previous video, but very quickly, Qwen 3.8 is a 27 billion parameter 64 layers deep. Layers just mean the stacked processing steps. The model passes your text through or images through, each one refining the understanding a little more. What's clever here is the architecture. It mostly uses something called as gated delta net, a lightweight kind of attention that skims context cheaply, and only every fourth block brings in full heavyweight attention. You can consider something like a speed reading most of the page and slowing down for the important parts. And that is how it holds the 262,000 token context without choking and stretches to a million. And it's not text only, it natively reads images and even video. And we are going to test both of these shortly. Apache 2 licensed, thinking on by default, and small enough to run quantized on consumer GPU as we are doing right now. So that is the whole story behind it. Okay, so come on, LM Studio, just be quick. I think Ollama is already done. So while Ollama is done, so I'm just going to show you that if you do Ollama list, there are a model, you can either do Ollama serve, or because I already have done it with the daemon with systemctl on this Ubuntu, so it should be there. In order to use it, you can just simply do Ollama run and then Qwen3.8. The latest tag is default, you don't have to specify it. So it should just launch and give you the results back. Let's wait for it to launch. First time it takes time and we just have to wait. So Ollama is launched, and I'm just going to also show you the VRAM consumption with Ollama based model. So it is still consuming 35,000 plus, because it also comes with some of the KV cache. You can just go to a Ollama configuration and reduce it. That is all you need to do. So you can just start asking something like hello or whatever, and it is going to respond back to you. And you can see that the thinking mode is on by default. And if you want to turn the thinking off, just simply go with set no think, and you can see that no more thinking there. And I have stopped the Ollama service just to give a fair go to LM Studio. And eventually the model is now loaded. I'm just going to use it in the chat, and I can simply load it from here, and you can even eject it, load it. It is still loading, and it is at the moment loaded. Let's check the VRAM consumption again. You see in this one it is consuming less because there's not much KV cache specified. So 24 gig of GPU, I think you should be able to use anywhere, even in Ollama. If you reduce that KV cache in parameters, if you don't know how to change the Ollama parameter, just search my channel, and then you can just start talking from here. Um, there you go. So you see it is quite fast too, and these are the number of tokens and stuff. So I will just keep it handy for now, but I'm just going to use it with LM Studio now. So these are the stuff you can eject it from here, so that we don't have to specify our VRAM consumption. I'm going to close it. Let me now show you the llama.cpp, and ejection has freed up our VRAM, and it is the standard command for llama.cpp. I'm just going to serve it. If you don't know how to, okay, what that is, I would just need to download the model first, it seems. Now let's load it. Also, you don't have to load, download it multiple times. You can load it once, you can reuse it in all of these tools. But I just wanted to show you end-to-end process. And the model is now downloaded. Let's now serve it with llama.cpp. And model is now being served. Let's check the VRAM consumption with it. So it is just touch over 31 gig of VRAM. And so Ollama consumed the most, then llama.cpp, and then LM Studio. Sorry, the thing is that if you decrease that 65,000 context window, it is going to be way more or less with llama.cpp. So I always prefer to use llama.cpp as is instead of both of those wrappers. Okay, enough talk. Let's do some testing now. So let's first start with the vision test. I'm going to use this image, which is a real image. I'm going to hand the model this photo of an Indonesian street food stall or warung, half the menu blocked by people standing in front of it. It has to read the sign, fill in the hidden words, and explain what every dish actually is. So I'm just going to go to plus, images, and I know that I am really detailing it, but I really want to make it beginner friendly, this video. So this is a prompt where I'm asking it to read the text and tell me what the whole sign is advertising. What kind of place is this? You know what? I'm even going to just remove this. I'm not going to tell it that this is an Indonesian stuff. And then I'm asking the rest of the stuff. Let's check it out if it is able to identify that language. Okay, I think I need a life because I'm actually starting to enjoy the thinking of this model. Um, Look, it is even focusing on each and every word because if you look at this image, it is quite hard. You see, most of these food names are either blocked by the legs and arms of these people, and the model is just trying to make up the words. Look here, Esteller, and then what is called Czech, Pempek, which is I think a fish cake, and a lot of other things. It is going through all these jamur, which I think is mushroom, and then you see it is now building up the words. There you go. So thinking is so interesting. One difference I felt is that in the main model, the thinking is more incisive, more targeted, and quick. The quantized version is taking more to think. Anyway, now I will let it finish and then we will check it out. The model has printed the response and it has taken me straight to Jakarta. And if you are from Indonesia, you got to invite me there. Anyway, so look at this response. Model has reconstructed most of what was blocked. Look at this image again. Let's go back. It is going, from banner to banner, from headline to sub headline, and then it is building these words, you see. And eventually it has built them, and then it is telling us that this is a small varung, a Pempek style stand, which is correct. And then it is from South Sumatra, Palembang place. I think then this is a cuisine, which I believe is correct. And then it is going food by food, each one of them explaining what that food is. So, and I believe it has got most of it right, but I'm not an expert. If you are from Indonesia, let me know. But for me, and for rest of us, even if you're not interested in this sort of food, but look at the way it has constructed it. Remember, quantized level 4 km, not even the production grade quantization, but it has thrown it out of the park. And now the real vision test, in my opinion. Can it look at a famous painting and actually explain in plain words why it's a masterpiece? For example, when I go to here in New South Wales gallery, whenever I really don't understand most of the paintings, and I admit that I really don't understand about art. So let's check out if the model is able to check out this famous painting by Cézanne. I think he died in 1906. So I'm just asking it that this is a famous painting, and I'll be honest. I really don't understand why it's considered a masterpiece. To me, it just looks like a fruit on a table, and some of it even looks a bit wrong or clumsy. No disrespect to the creator. I'm also asking you to tell me which artist is that. So let's see what model comes back with. I have read through the response and it is genuinely strong one. Accurate, well structured and pitched perfectly for a layperson without dumbing it down. Look at this. The core art historical claims are right. Cézanne's multiple viewpoints, color as structure over line, the sphere cylinder plane simplification, and his through line to cubism and fauvism are all correctly explained. Really, really good stuff. I think there is one factual slip though, and if you're an expert also let me know please. The model hedged on the title, guessing still life with a bottle and apples, the table, and it's actually the basket of apples. I think circa 1893, Art Institute of Chicago. So the drop, I think the dating drifted a touch late too. Everything else holds up. So quantized version, I think we can just let it go. Amazing response. I think it clearly recognized the painting and reasoned about it visually rather than reciting boilerplate from its training. In the same go, I'm just going to ask it that the painting is titled "The Basket of Apples" by Paul Cézanne. Translate only that title into every one of these languages, and you know that all these languages around. 80 or so. Let it translate, and if this is your language, please let me know in the comments what do you think about it. And thank you so much. You guys have been responding in comments with your language, which really helps me a lot. Thank you. And there you go. It has come back with the response. It's a simple one, but let's see. Um, I think most of it has got right. What do you think? And I'm just going to scroll through. Let me know if you think otherwise. But I believe it has got it right. In even in the low resource regional languages, I think pretty good. Uh, I think some of where it has mixed up plural and singular, but other than that, I think it has done well. But I will also take your advice. Okay, let's do a final coding test. For the coding test, I'm going to use it with Hermes agent. As you can see that it is already connected with it. If you don't know how to install Hermes agent or any other tool which I have used in this video, just my channel separately and you should be able to find heaps of videos. So for this test, I'm going to ask it to create me this single self-contained HTML file, which is this. Now look through the prompt. This is a coding test through Hermes, running fully locally, and it is trying to build a self-contained web page, 12 vegetarian fire-cooked dishes from around the world. Every grill and flame hand-drawn as code. So from India, there is a tandoori paneer, Mexico grilled elot, Japan jaki, some tomoro koshi. My apologies if I'm not pronouncing it right. Then a lot of stuff from across the continents: Africa, South America, Southeast Asia, Asia, Central Asia, like this grilled vegetable skewers from Uzbekistan, Ethiopia, grilled corn. Let's see what it generates. Let's go back, and it is thinking, creating, and it is going to save that in our local directory, and we will check it out. So it has created the file and now just going through some test. And in test, I think it is just going in circles. So I'm just going to show you the file which it has created. And this is the file it has generated. Let's check it out together. Let me drag and drop. And you know what? It already looks great. It says no meat, all fire, green embers, and look at the intelligence of this quant that it has also color coded it. So I'll just scroll down a little and maybe okay, you can, I think, read it, right? So 12 ways the world chars, smokes and grills veggies over live fire, from a clay tandoor in Punjab to a street corner brazier in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And numbered tabs, amazing. Some recipes, even it has put it in Hindi for paneer tikka. So 12 vegetarian dishes across 5 continents. Each rig is hand drawn. So right up, this is paneer tikka. Looks pretty good. Again, the flames are same. I think this could be improved, but anyway. Mexico, interesting. They're all hand drawn animated SVG. Here we have glowing coals. This is Japan. Flickering flames, the tandoor throat, the smoker drifting smoke. This is from Anatolia. Lebanese, Indonesia, satay tempeh. And then we have this Peru. Again, with a green and amber palette to signal vegetarian but still all fire. This is smoked jackfruit. This is Korean. And then this is Italian. This is Ethiopian. And then this is Uzbek. Look at the skewers and all these themes. Really good. It is also telling us the cook time and how to serve it. This is really good. That's it. That's a quantized version for you in all 3 modes. Let me know what do you think. If you want to help out the channel, please become a member. Thank you for all the support.